Something barely worth your time. Already in progress.
The whole thing is f***ing pointless.
The Alan Cox Show.
On 100.7 WMMS.
Comedian Matthew Broussard is going to join us shortly. He's coming right from the airport, but he's doing a show tonight, tomorrow, and Saturday, I think with young Bill Squire, right?
Yeah, I'm going to be featuring for him, and Dave Flint's hosting. It's a good show.
Dave Flint's funny, too.
Very funny guy.
That's a good lineup, boy.
He showed us his boobs the other day.
Oh, yeah, he did, didn't he? Oh. I don't know that I've ever met him, but I think he's funny.
He's very funny.
Guardians will play tonight. They're trying to break that tie there. Boston Red Sox, Cleveland Guardians, 1 game apiece. The Guardians won last night, 5-4. So 7-10 is the start of the third and final one in this series. Be nice. You know, I was reading an article about how hard it's been for Guardians fans to get any momentum with the team. By extension, because the team's having a hard time kind of getting momentum. It's been real stop and start.
Yeah.
So if you're a fan, like there hasn't been a run to cling to, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But anyway.
Or a lot of runs to cling to.
Or a lot of runs.
I mean,
not a lot of hits, not a lot of runs. But what are you going to do?
I have a big, I hit a milestone today.
You hit a milestone today.
Alan Cox Show! Exclusive news update!
Bill Squire Pure BS has officially reached 69,000 views.
Nice.
Yeah.
16. How did you do that?
Just constantly promoting it.
But I mean,
and
did
stuff
you
like that.
did you offer incentives? Was it incentivized? Did you just
I mean, I post a lot of clips and try and get people to go and watch it. And so
Sure.
I see them. It's just been a grind to get people to watch, but they do, and it's gotten to 69,000. So I appreciate that a lot. Trying to get to 100,000. Would love to get to 1 million. I think it's great, special. And I think if you haven't watched it, you gotta watch it. It's free. If you want to throw me a super thank you and give me a couple bucks for it, I'd appreciate that too. But I just want you to watch it. Watch it all the way through too.
So you're at 69,000 now.
Yeah, 69,000. I think it's like 69.2 now.
You'd like to get it to 1 million.
I mean, I want to
There's
get.
no way to know how many more that is.
We're trying to get to 100,000 next. Well, 69,420, and then 100,000, and then from there, 150,000. Just kind of
I get it.
Keep it
incrementally.
Incrementally.
Sky's the limit.
Yeah. If you haven't checked it out yet, what are you waiting for? It's free. It's funny. It's a good time.
There are a lot of things that are free but aren't funny.
Yep.
There are a lot of things that are funny, not free. This is both. Hey, Dean.
Hi. I'm usually a podcast listener, but the other day my daughter and I were going to get dinner, and you guys were talking about Kenny G. Well, my daughter's name, thank you. My daughter's name is Kennedy. Our last name starts with G. So every single time you guys were talking about Kenny G, she's like, Daddy, they're talking about me on the radio. Daddy, I'm on the radio. Why are they talking about me? Daddy, they're talking about me.
Do you guys do you ever call her Kenny G?
No, but there's another Kennedy in her class. So at school all day or daycare, they call her Kenny G. So so she heard Kenny G and she immediately was like, "That's me. I'm Kenny G."
Does she own a $12 million Malibu beach house? Because that would make
secretly,
like that'd be really
that
coincidental
would be cool
too.
as hell if she did. I would appreciate it.
Yeah. She's keeping a
holding
secret
out
from
on
you
me,
though.
that'd be
Yeah,
good.
right.
What are you holding out on me, honey? Make that alto sax do some work. How old is your daughter, Dean?
She'll be 4 next month.
It is wild how
Has she watched Pure BS yet? Don't let her. Don't
let her watch Pure
You
BS.
need me to, but I don't think that's a great idea.
Yeah, it's probably not. Yeah, it's not for kids.
Well, listen, as long as your daughter thinks that we're talking about her, that's okay with me. If she's not Kenny G, that's okay too. But
there's that Kenny G board game, and every time I see it, I think I should just get it because her name's on it. I don't know. It may be cool.
Yeah, it'd be funny.
You know what? A listener gave me that for Christmas a couple years ago. It's called Keeping It Saxy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a board game, and that was gifted to me a couple of years ago. In all candor, I haven't played it yet. I don't even know how you play it. But if I ever get to that point, Dean, I'll be sure to give you a little playthrough for your daughter.
Cool, I appreciate it.
All
Thank
right,
you.
there you go. There's Dean, whose daughter turns out to be a famed legendary saxophonist Kenny G, who, of course, every time we mention his name on this show, an angel gets their wings. So congratulations. If you listen to us on iHeartRadio or watch the show live at alancoxshow.com, because we do have viewers in other countries, people who act as bureau chiefs for us in places like New Zealand and Japan, and Laura is in Stuttgart, Germany. Melissa is our bureau chief in Ladson, South Carolina. That's suburban Charleston. Aaron, there you go. There's a viewer. Adelaide, Australia. Emily listens in Kalamazoo. Catherine is our bureau chief in Tampa, one of many down there. Aaron is in Chicago. And Steve is in Tooele, Utah, and that's why this story jumped out at me, because Tooele, Utah is seeing something of literally biblical proportions. They are being beset on all sides by something I had never heard of before. Now, I'm not an entomologist, but they're being invaded by Mormon crickets in Utah. And they're moving into Nevada. Tooele County, Utah is one of the worst hit areas. Utah, no stranger to. Now, I have to assume that the Mormon crickets were named after the religion? Because, boy, that would be a coincidence. If you named your religion
practicing?
After crickets.
Yeah, well,
yeah, right. Do they have tiny little underwear on?
Little cricket missionaries?
Yeah. Do they get their own little cricket planet after they die? So
they're good crickets if they're,
if they tithe.
If they do all the right stuff.
So I'd never heard of Mormon crickets before, but they are all over Utah and moving into Nevada. Nearly 2.5 million acres were infested not long ago. A woman called ABC4 there in Salt Lake City and said that she and her husband, that they were completely all over their property. So Steve, who's out there in Tooele, Utah, hopefully he's not neck deep in Mormon crickets. Now, whether or not these crickets and insects engage in soaking, I don't know that either. But
I doubt it because they're procreating. So I don't think, I don't know the rules with Mormon cricket marriage.
I don't either. I don't. Probably the darker ones aren't as welcome. But yeah, I don't know. But there's that in Utah. Boy, I'll tell you what. I was reading another thing about how Gen Z, the city they want to move to the most is Salt Lake City, which proves A, that kids don't vote, but B, how bad the housing market is. Because you have people coming out of college who are like, I'd like to own a house. Where can I maybe do that? Doesn't matter if the state has passing just draconian laws that are against you and whatever you stand for, because they're like, well, if it's not Salt Lake City, maybe I'll find a place in Nashville, so I don't know how politically active. It's the fight between wanting to own a place in a bonkers real estate market and going, yeah, well, okay, so it's like the Handmaid's Tale there. Is that really going to affect me? There's a lot of people it won't.
Mary said Mormon crickets should be the name of my next comedy album.
Mormon. You don't want to call a comedy album Crickets.
I know. She was being mean.
What, Mary Santora?
Yeah, she's texting. She's listening on the road.
Do we come in on the road?
Well,
like you stick your head down and the vibrations?
No, stupid. She's using the iHeartRadio app.
Oh. Well, you know how sometimes you can pick up terrestrial radio through people's fillings? I thought maybe wherever she... Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe not anymore because it changed, but back in the day, the right conditions, you could hear little vibrations in people's metal fillings.
Crazy.
But I thought maybe wherever she was she Grand Rapids?
She's on her way there, yeah.
I thought maybe she'd be able to hear it, the ground.
No.
All right.
Just using the app that we talk about constantly.
Hey, I'm just happy she's able to use it,
and
it works. That's pretty good. Where is she tonight in Grand Rapids?
Dr. Grins.
Dr. Grins. Is that in the Bob?
Yep.
All right.
Bob.
Is that the only comedy club that's still remains there in Grand Rapids?
As far as I know, I think they also
got the whole
do
place to themselves?
some independent shows and stuff like that. But yeah, mostly that's the only one I ever really knew of.
Okay. Now, what road are we coming in on? 23 in Michigan, or is she still on 90, or where is she? How far along is she?
I don't know, man. She just
So I can
to make fun of me.
So I can tell people, hey, if you're on this road, pull over, put your ear to the ground, you can hear the show. That's just as free as the app is. We also have bureau chiefs in. We have a lot of them in the great state of Missouri, the Show Me state, and they had a huge crash in a town called something. It was right on the Missouri River. This happened on a bridge. Okay, so this is like near Columbia, Missouri, which is pretty much equidistant from Kansas City and St. Louis. But it really checks a lot of boxes. And I'm not conspiratorial by nature, but something's going on here. A massive crash of a truck carrying cows and another truck carrying pallets of Bud beer. And this thing backed up traffic for hours. Beer and cattle crashing in one fatal swoop. I don't know if any of the cows actually died.
In semis, everybody's always afraid of semis. I mean, and when there's an accident with them, it's typically a big deal. He was hauling, a lot of it ended up on the bridge. So, and plus the trailer was broken, so they got to cut the trailer up to get it loaded and get it out of there. But then you got to still clean everything up off the bridge. So a lot of hand work.
I'll tell you what, it's the handwork that really that gets you there. That's the trouble.
She's on 96.
Oh, nice.
Lots of traffic.
Okay. All right. Well, good.
Don't forget my weed.
Yeah, don't do that. She's gonna stop off in Lansing. Go say hi to my kids.
There you go.
I haven't seen them in a couple of weeks. Stop off at Michigan State. Say hi. So yeah, the cow, the whole bit. Holy cow! I hope everybody's okay. You can leave us messages on our after hours line too. Voicemails there for you. If it's something you can't fit in 30 seconds on the app, you can call, leave a message. It's 216-986-8903.
Hey, for next year's Polar Bear Blaster Gauntlet Challenge.
What
year's Polar Bear Blaster Gauntlet Challenge.
I love that. The Polar Bear Blaster Gauntlet Challenge. We can get PB Blaster to be a new sponsor of it. That's great.
Blaster Gauntlet Challenge up at the hills, you know. A good punishment for Alan would be to eat a whole large pizza like an hour and a half before the show starts. And I think that'd be a good one. Bye.
Why would that be a good punishment for me? To eat a whole, did he say large pizza or a whole pizza?
I couldn't really, hold on.
Like an hour and a half before for Alan would be to eat a whole large pizza.
A whole large pizza 90 minutes before, that's my punishment?
So that you just be a little uncomfortable during the show? I think that's the best punishment anyone's ever thought of.
Everybody always wants to give me food challenges or food punishments. Like I'm friggin' Carmen Angelo over here.
And they're not that funny.
Well, but
The
people
Clips one was funny.
People think I don't like food. I love food. I just don't gorge myself on it like a lot of people seem to. People think that if you don't eat copious amounts of food, that you hate food. I love pizza. Don't bet on me not being able to eat an entire large pizza. Will I be uncomfortable before the show? Yes, I will. Will I have some regrets? Sure. But, you know, if that was the challenge. Because people are always suggesting food things for me. Gesundheit.
Yeah.
Like, Alan hates food. I don't hate food. I'm just not constantly stuffing my face with food.
Why not?
It doesn't make me feel good. I don't feel good about myself.
You're not doing it. Once you start doing it, then enough. It's the only thing that'll make you feel good.
Okay. I mean,
it's about reprogramming the brain. Just like
I
need to reprogram the brain to eat less. You need to reprogram it to eat so much more.
I'm eating just fine. I'm not eating too little food.
I don't want you to eat too much.
No. Hey, listen, I'm looking around just like everybody else is. I'm seeing all kinds of people who are wildly out of shape. And boy, they do not look happy. None of those people look happy.
I'm happy.
Well, I wouldn't consider you wildly out of shape.
I'm pretty out of shape.
Well, okay,
I mean, I go to the gym 3 times a week.
That's what I'm
just
saying.
A fatso.
But you're doing something. I'm talking about people who are clearly not doing anything, and they're living how they want to live, but they do not look happy. But don't tempt me with a good time. Eat a whole large pizza. You act like I've never done it before. I didn't feel good about myself, but that's not always the point. It's better to look good than to feel good. Bill knows this.
No, that's the opposite way.
Hey, Thigh Mule.
Good morning, Alan. Afternoon, Bill, Alan, and Bill. How are you both?
I'm good.
Did you just wake? Did you just wake up?
Hellos.
No, it's just one of those days. I'm breathing in all that Canadian smoke, and it's very unprofessional of them to send it down here.
Yeah, that sucks.
So I just wanted to professionally drop by. It's been a while. Hope you guys are both being professional. At the Polar Gauntlet Express, at Express too, because Polar Express Gauntlet Polar Blast Challenge.
Yeah.
Do not do the pizza challenge, because Vail Resorts bought out our wonderful local ski resorts and turned them into a cash cow. And a large pizza will cost you probably $50. So I was thinking maybe instead of eating one ahead of time, since it's a $50 value, you could give out large pizzas from Polar Blast as part of the winnings. That would be professional on your end to slight Vail Resorts for being unprofessional in selling pizzas for $50 to the blue-collar skiers of Cleveland.
Well, it depends. Have you ever been to Vail?
I actually have, and I
Have
would
you ever
never
been
go
to?
back.
Have you ever been? Did you go to Blue Moose Pizza when you were in Vail?
I can't recall. I ate a lot of steak and drank a lot of Moscow Mules. I don't think I fit any pizza in my budget.
That Blue Moose Pizza in Vail, boy, holy mackerel! I would easily pay $50 for a large one of those. But listen, they're trying. A lot of places they make money on their concessions. I'll take your word for it. I don't know how they run their business, but nobody's being forced to buy a $50 pizza either. But
no, I understand.
I'll take it under advisement.
To another. Just wanted to give you my professional opinion. That's all.
Well, at least you kept it professional.
Always, always. On that note, did you enjoy the new Foo Fighters record, since that's how we became professionally acquainted?
I did. Yeah, I like it. It's they get a lot done in under an hour. Yep, it's a heavy record in every possible sense. But I like it a lot. Grohl's on the drums, and yeah, listen, what's not to like?
Yeah, long live Dave Grohl. As long as, they're able to keep going. We didn't expect anything else potentially, and they kept us going. So let's keep them going.
There you go. Well said. Thank you. There's Thigh Mule.
Ladies and gentlemen, Foo Fighters.
So many people are hitting me. They're like, Alan does hate food. He hates creamy foods. He hates buttery foods. He'll put toes in his mouth, but he won't eat Alfredo sauce.
I got news for you. That is not the full spectrum of foods. This is how people, but this is how people think. They go, you don't like food, you don't like butter or gravy. Yeah, there's a billion foods that are not that.
Not in Ohio.
It's about eating sensibly, man. Just be sensible. It's not hard. I know we're surrounded by, we can get anything we want at any time. I mean, provided that money's not an object. But I mean, most people, you can get anything you want at any time. And that's a hard thing to resist for people. I get it. But that doesn't mean I hate food. I had a salad last night. Gwen made a Waldorf salad.
With a pizza?
Nope.
It's supposed to be, that's the combination. It's like burger and fries, pizza and salad.
Gwen made a Waldorf salad last night, and she had a little bit of it. I ended up eating the rest. I ate a mixing bowl of Waldorf salad, and I couldn't get enough. I was shoveling it in my face.
You are proving everybody's point.
But I don't dislike food, is the point. Just because I'm not jamming gravy butter in my face.
I ate a whole bunch of salad last night. So
yes!
Just like you. I love
That's
food.
a lot of food. I was very
hydrated because of all the lettuce.
I was very nonsensible about my salad intake.
Now, did you drench it in dressing.
Not drenched.
Of course.
No.
That would make
Because what's the point? I'm not trying to make a goopy salad. No.
Make it goopy.
Ugh.
Salad's not a salad till it's goopy.
They're like, hey, you want a little salad with your dressing?
Yeah, right.
Nope.
That's a good joke.
All right, I got to take a break. If you want to send a text, 35192, and you'll get me there.